like there is. So as you know, the old fun, whatever you believe in, daylight savings time is coming up again. Saturday night into Sunday. This is the one that typically, if you're working on a Sunday, will make you late. Start camera. Why was I unplugged? There we go. Hello. Typically the ones that make you late, right? Because so we always put stuff out a week before. Blah, blah, you know, all that stuff. Just to, you know. Morning, Flodex. Morning, Arlo. It seems like today's the day in the building that it's happening. Or it's almost happening to people in this building. That it's a little running late. I'm like, did it start already? Has it started? And I know you're working. You got a lot going on.
Well, allow me to quickly add here. Saturday into Sunday is my favorite part of the year, or my least favorite part of the year, excuse me. But
this one's.
But once Saturday night rolls around and you get that first day with extra sunlight, it quickly becomes my favorite part of the year.
That's the one thing I look forward to. Because there's like a least part of my life and a best part, right? And I don't life, but like it's the time of day that we're getting out of, that we've been getting out of, the 5 o'clock darkness. Yuck. That is awful. But now you're starting to get those longer days, that sunshine, waking up in the morning. It's just everything about it is enlightening to life. Is seeing the sun or seeing brightness when you wake up, brightness later in the day. I'm one big that has talked about this a lot, and my wife knows this. One, I think it's a real thing. Seasonal depression type stuff, that's real. And my days, honestly, it's crazy because I can get off to a great start. But if I wake up and I'm looking outside and it's like gray, it's like, oh, man. I got to find something today to get me going.
I do feel like, though, I never realized my seasonal depression is hitting up until spring rolls around and I get some sunlight and I go, oh.
This is why I've been like this.
I got sunlight and now everything feels happier. I didn't realize.
Yeah, look at my wife. She goes, why? I go, you already know. All right. But again, it is coming. It's up there. It's Saturday into Sunday. It's that old fun daylight jump over. It was where I was talking to my wife because they're taking a trip right now. They're gone. They're headed towards the East Coast. So they're going to get like, it's a weird one. Like they're going to spring forward that morning. Okay. And then they're going to fly back the same day. I don't even know how that works.
No, neither do I.
Spring forward, catch it back. Do you really catch it back?
Do you look quickly? Let's ask the question while we're on this off-topic topic.
Yep.
Do you prefer springing forward or falling back?
Springing forward.
Okay.
I'm there. Falling back just means I'm going backwards, right? That's all. That's the sunlight, daylight, all that. I know what's ahead of me now. I know when I'm springing forward, the word spring fires me up. Especially if you start looking at Lincoln's weather here in the next 10 days.
Oh, yeah.
And again, with all caution, we know that the weather in Lincoln could be completely different. And next week, Boise State's coming next week, but it looks okay. But we know. But it feels like the weather pattern is stabilized.
I'm looking forward to getting done with the Average Joe Sports Show in the evening and still having time for 9 holes of golf.
Yes.
So that's about the only time I ever get out anymore. But that 9 holes from 6:45, 7 o'clock ish to like 8:45, 9. Once you get to like June and July, once you're
9 holes of golf, you get to go home and like mow your grass late that evening, dusk. You know, and then maybe with that cocktail on your mower.
I was going to say that shower beer afterwards.
Yes. See, look at all the beautiful things you get to think ahead of. For us, also now we're thinking. Ooh, how about the Madness party, March Madness parties, as Nebraska would be making their run?
The Masters.
We're
like what, a little over a month away?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm thinking about, because there's a lot of watch parties that are going to happen.
Kentucky Derby.
All of it. I thrive because, again, we're in a situation and for Husker hoops that we haven't been in a couple years. Actually, let's say, how long has it been? I don't know. Nebraska basketball has never been this in a tournament in their history. Like you said, the horses, it's there. It's just waiting on to see where you're going. Because now, as a fan, whether you're like, one, you're anticipating where are we going to go? Where am I driving to? Where am I flying to? Secondly, I'm looking ahead. I know people are looking at the weather. Man, that first weekend of March Madness, I'm going to sit outside on the patio, whether it be down in a local establishment downtown, or I'm hosting buddies at my house with an outdoor TV. We can sit outside and watch the Huskers get their first win in the tournament.
You're going. Are you kidding?
Well, that's why I said both. No, that's why I said both. You're planning on both. Where am I going? Right? Last night. Well, there was some good hoops last night.
I didn't watch any of it.
Oh.
Well, but I did listen to some of it. Lincoln, Southwest, and Kearney.
Yes. Go there right
here
now.
On KFOR.
Yes, right here. Wow.
Game of runs. Southwest would go on a run. Here comes Kearney punching back. Southwest goes on a run in the third. Here comes Kearney punching back. And then Kearney, they were just struggling from behind the three-point arc for the first 3 quarters of that game. Started knocking them down in the fourth, and they come from behind en route to a 55-51 victory. Huge win for the Bearcats. Southwest felt in control of that game throughout.
55-51. Kearney advances.
I think there's a few, unfortunately, a few whistles that Southwest would have liked to have gotten at the end of that game, but I think the refs made it pretty clear what they were and weren't going to call. So Kearney advances into the semifinal.
Kearney advances as they'll take on the 3-seed Omaha North out of there. They got to watch out for that one. 74-49 last night, setting up that matchup. Lincoln North Star, which was also right here on KFOR yesterday with Moats, and John Harrison called that game 43-32. They advance on, which was, I guess it wasn't the most well-played affair in it. I often think about you guys when you're calling games, trying to not stay engaged. You're always engaged. But what the barometer is like of keeping it not so here, not so positive. And I talked to Moats about this morning because it's a battle that you guys have to battle with, because it was a game in which I believe had 40-something turnovers in the game.
Yeah. Southwest, I believe, had
20. Somebody had 28. Somebody had 17, I heard.
Something like that. It was somewhere in there.
So whatever you guys do and how you do
I know Southwest turnovers was in the 20s.
Yes, it's not easy to what you do, but North Star advances. They get it done. They'll take on Miller West tomorrow, 57-45. They're kicking off again right away. And now this morning they'll get going. I know, again, also Arlo, right? I think Arlo follows Pender. Pender got it done, and they're on their way to a three-peat. They're trying to complete the three-peat. 42-31 yesterday. They'll take on UTAN today or tomorrow, 37-31. And Elkhorn Valley moves on. GACC, they move on in overtime. Today, by the way, right here in KFOR, you get a couple of good ones. I looked at this C1 bracket. My goodness. Looking at it, all 8 teams in this bracket have 4 or less losses on the season. That's incredible. Stacked bracket. We will bring you right here on KFR around 1:30. I think 1:30 today. Jeff Moats is going to bring you Lincoln Christian. Fort Calhoun today. And then at 7:45 tonight, Chris Schmidt is going to bring you Pius and Beatrice tonight. So 2 more opportunities to listen to KFOR.
And for those out there who love the morning hookup, 1:30, you can hear one Elijah Herbal running the board, Lincoln Christian, Fort Calhoun. And then 7:30 or 7:45, tonight, you'll hear the other man behind the board of the morning hookup. It's YZ.
Look at this happening.
YZ on the board tonight. Pius and Beatrice.
Pius and Beatrice is that B bracket to get moving. The C1 bracket will get moving. And all these teams are often racing, headed to maybe a state championship. Both the B, I was looking at it, both that B and that C1. I'm not dogging the other ones, okay? So I know more about these brackets than the other ones. That B and C bracket are just loaded. It seems open, right? It seems open. And again, like I told my kid this morning, you don't know what happens when it gets to state tournament time. Tournament time is different.
Totally unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
It's a make or miss sport. That's the thing. Sometimes your team's making it, the other team's missing it. It doesn't matter what the seeds are. Throw them out. It doesn't matter what the season percentage is shooting. Did you see Gotta think what school it was last night. The girl who hadn't shot a 3-pointer all year long that hit a buzzer beater banked in 3 last night to send the game to overtime en route to a victory.
Was that was at that had to be this one that is that the Guardian Angels game? Because was that at Devaney? Because that's the only one that shows overtime. It says it was Oakland Craig
yes.
versus Guardian Angels.
Yes, that's the one.
That one. And Guardian Angels ended up winning that 56-48 in overtime.
Yeah. It was Julie Ritter's not only first 3 of the season, first career 3. First career 3.
The magic just happens.
Yeah.
It finds you and you rise to a moment somehow. Whatever you believe in, that's what happens. And it's electricity in these games. I saw pictures last night as well of just surfing around. And I love the tweets that come out or whoever, I don't know who said it, but like Kearney's student section, they were like, is anybody left in Kearney? They were like 30 rows deep, it looked like.
And I believe that was their first Kearney girls basketball state tournament, March Madness, same thing. A win in 18 years, I believe.
Wow.
First since 2008.
Wow.
Whenever one Elijah Herbal was 9 years old.
Wow. What year was that again?
2008.
Yikes, that would have made me older.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Another
basketball game we didn't talk about. I know you sent the text last night. I unfortunately did not watch this. I was on a walk last night. But so I'm box score watching. As we all expected, Northwestern covers but does not win against Purdue. Like that was pretty predictable even going in. Northwestern, they're a feisty basketball team. They're a bunch.
They're not easy to play against. So
but for some reason, in the final 3 minutes of the game, they are easy to beat.
Yes.
I feel like they're within 2 possessions of a lot of teams with 4 minutes left, and then they end up losing a lot of games.
They are. So, Leo, let's take our first break. And we're going to come back because I know. I hope you guys are right on the ride with us on this because I know we're talking a ton of Husker hoops, but the bracketology is ever changing, and these games are so meaningful for Nebraska fans right now. Scoreboard watching is fun. It should be based on what's happening in the Big Ten. Last night was a meaningful game, or it could have been one for a lot of different seedings. There's also games being played the next few days, not just Nebraska on Sunday, that are going to affect one, Nebraska seeding in the Big Dance, Nebraska seeding in the Big Ten, and what a lot of people are looking at right now is where are we going to play? You might not know that for like 10 more days. So let's talk about that and a whole lot more when we return. I'd like to have these interactive brackets on the website for the state tournaments. These are fantastic. I already know that answer. Bring that up. Go to here. Back. Yesterday. Oh, yesterday.
525. Whoa.
That wreck doesn't look nice out there.
What are you referring to?
Oh, Mozi said it too. It's now out there. There's a little 2-car deal out on 77 in West Denton.
Oh, I missed that.
Yuck.
So avoid the area?
Yes.
Okay.
77 in West Denton Road. Looks like a little. No, it doesn't look little. So I shouldn't say. Welcome back in the morning, Hookup. Happy Thursday. Well done. That's where we're headed towards. Hopefully, we're headed that way a week from tomorrow. After you can secure that triple bye, we head towards Big Ten coming up. But as we look around the landscape, there was a game last night. Big Ten. I'm right now tracking Big Ten, which in essence will end up relaying itself to the big dance. In the conference world, I think those power conferences are getting more. They should be getting more credit based on their finish in their regular season. Last night we had, which on paper you'd go Northwestern, Purdue. Who cares, right? There's X factors in all of these games that I think we're forgetting. Senior nights and the way kids perform on senior nights, or how they don't. For instance, Carolina gets a win the other night. There's a lot of pressure on senior nights where Seth Trimble played not very good, but they got to win. I watched the majority of this game. Purdue escapes. It was an escape. 70-66. They move on. Now, the reason why I want to talk about that a little bit is because Martinelli, we know Martinelli at Northwestern. Boy, what a night he had. 28 points. But on the other side, talk about those performances that you don't see coming that you get. Cox last night for Purdue, he was magnificent. 27 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. He was single-handedly kept them in it and won it.
I can't believe Northwestern only lost by 4, considering they grabbed 15 total rebounds.
That's it.
You know how many their rebounds their leading rebounder had? Any guesses, Hooksy? How many rebounds did their leading rebounder have?
2.
3. Trey Singleton.
Well, I sent this text. Was this the text I sent?
That's incredible. You know what's also, I think you look at a little surprising from this game last night? He affected the game in other ways because he always does. But not your typical Braden Smith game.
I was just going to bring that up. I sent this text as I was watching it, talking to a buddy.
7 points, 3 rebounds. Now, he had the 9 assists, but
do you know he scored his
4 turnovers?
He scored. You know when he scored his first bucket. Now Northwestern did a phenomenal. Now Northwestern might have shown people how to play this.
Dare CJ Cox to beat you, which he had a great game.
Good game, but so at Braden Smith scored his first bucket last night with 9:28 to go in the game. Now that happens to people, but here's the stat that I thought was telling. Up until then, he had only taken 3 shots. He was 1 of 4 after making that first bucket. That's not typical what you see of a guy like that. You're like, I would have said, man, he only has no points. Bad shooting night. He's probably 0 for 8, 0 for 9. They got him 1 of 4. But then Cox had a phenomenal. He kept him in that game. The reason why tracking that game, if Northwestern was able to pull that out, Nebraska would have been a lock in the top 4. Now they got to go win. I think there's still other ways, I believe, but a win on Sunday would help the case.
Tell you what, though, that Northwestern team, they're scrappy, they're feisty.
Oh man,
that's a team that you don't want to play in Chicago, honestly.
No, they're well coached, and again, you know me, I don't give out compliments to a lot of players from a university that I do not like, but they're well coached. They always defend well. They always scrap. Again, yeah, I mean, I know they get blown out at times. Nebraska did it to them, but there are teams that are going to make you work every possession, and right, they will go to Chicago and cause problems.
Oh, Martinelli's a guy I don't want to face in Chicago.
No, and Nebraska had pretty good success. I know in game 1 he had his way with us. The game 2, it's like, he wasn't great, but he's one that can cause problems. All of those guys can cause problems. Miami gets a win last night. St. Louis gets one. Purdue gets one. Houston.
Shane chimes in to say, did you guys see the Ohio State versus Penn State game last night? There's only about 100 people left in the arena with 10 minutes left.
Did you see the score? I checked the score just because I was just going around the Big Ten last night. Listen to these Big Ten scores. Indiana beats, like, talking about teams that are like, hey, we're good. We've moved on. Indiana, again, needing a lot of wins, right? Continue to go. 77-47. Minnesota, what happened? Ohio State at Penn State, 94-62.
Well, the Ohio State team is still playing for something, and Penn State's not.
Yes. Wisconsin gets it done. I mean, 78-45. But I appreciated magical moments last night in these games. Just check it out, some of them. Did you see, again, a lot of senior nights happening right now. Did you see Guard's son? Is it Isaac Guard? Checks in. He's got it. I think you're seeing his dad and coaches going, shoot it. What are you doing? You've had 8 opportunities all year.
This is senior night.
Yeah. He pumps it like, no. And he shoots and he drains it. Great moment. Great moment in the game. Again, Purdue gets it done. USC out. See ya. They're done. Might as well just move on. 91-72. They get beat last night. Their hopes have dashed for sure out there. Today in the Big Ten, not great, but you never know. Michigan, they head to Iowa. How about Michigan, can you do us a favor? Make them feel so bad about themselves. Leave no doubt in Iowa City, right? Leave no doubt. Rutgers, they will head out to Michigan State tonight.
Can I go back for just a moment here?
Nice
little whip around, but I do want to take it back quickly to the Wisconsin game and Guard, Isaac Guard. Isn't that kind of what we thought Sam Hoiberg's career is going to end up being?
Oh, yeah, dude, there's no doubt.
Going to be that guy on the end of the bench is a senior that he gets to check in on senior day, and man, he's going to go get a steal and a layup, and we'll all go crazy at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yes.
That was the expectation. That was like, if that's what his career ends up being, he'd be like, okay, yeah, that's what we all saw coming. That's a credit to him.
Yes. I was just because, like, this is what Sam did. This is a lesson, I believe, in life. When a door opens, be prepared. Always be ready. Always be ready to, like, it's like in the sales business, right? Always be closing. Right? Because if you would have said and gone back and go, well, again, I think Wash it might have said, we've all said it. I think we looked at Sam when Sam not made it. I would say he made it now. When Sam was on the roster originally, we'll give him 5'11". 5'11" kid out of Lincoln, went to Pius. Dad's a coach. That's a cool moment. His lineage of his other brother, Jack, right? Jack, walk on at Michigan State. He was a really good kid, good player. Just, got his moment. We would have said exactly what we just said. I can't wait for Sam to get his, and again, if they did it, Sam gets a start. He gets 2 minutes to open the game up. He sits. They do the bench mob cheering stuff. They check Sam in no matter what with like 45 seconds to play. And there's like you said, still in a dash and a score. If
that was the Sam Hoiberg career arc, Nebraska would not be a top 10, top 15 country.
They would not.
Team in the country. They would not be.
They wouldn't be.
He's been so instrumental as the heartbeat of the team to sparking them on this season that they're on right now. And not to mention that, but also you look back last season, 2 seasons ago, he's been a culture guy.
I was going to say, if I always think about this in the world of teams, and you talk about MVPs, and again, maybe MVP or cog number one, right? Number one cog on your team. Remove that person from the equation, and what are you? That's the question. And again, it's not just what because I think in basketball, right, you can insert another talented individual, right? More talented out there than Sam. But you cannot insert heart, culture, loyalty. Like it's a kid that is taking everything he's got and getting everything he was getting 100% of everything he can out of who he is and giving everything he can to a university that gave him that opportunity, or his dad. I think this is also an attribute to Fred Hoiberg, right? I think probably not. I think when he made the Sam decision when we were hurt, you probably couldn't imagine that was going to keep going the following years. That was one going, well,
look who's on the floor now.
Vanderbilt, Gary out. I'm looking down and go, well, I'm trying to save that red shirt because I don't need you to play yet. Sam, I just need to get through and again, this isn't what he said, right? I'm not saying this is what he's, but I need to get through the end of this season.
And think about the pressure of like, you had that conversation. Hey, Sam, if you go out there and you don't play well, there is going to be a lot of arrows fired my way.
Could you imagine, Fred? I'm sure this conversation was happening somewhere else. Can you imagine Fred sitting at the dinner table with the family and Sam's not there? Hey, Dad, what about Sam? You going to give Sam a chance? Well, you don't love your son? Right? Fine. Sam, I need you. But then it just turned into what it is now. Because I don't believe, I mean, again, in life, we all think our kids are the best. We love our kids. We do that. But then you don't, because every year coaches are out there, and I tell my kids this too, and I did as a coach. I'm looking ahead as well. I love this year, but I need to find people better than you to replace you. So it's an amazing story.
And I think it's a great way to preview what Nebraska has with Senior Day coming up on Sunday.
Oh, boy. I watched a lot of these so far because there are a lot more stories out there that have kids that have not done what Sam. Sam's the story. But I watched Carolina the other night. I did not realize this. Hubert Davis's kid is there. He got in, got a bucket. They got big hugs. Had to watch your kid guard. There's a lot of those stories out there. But I don't know if one, I know locally, and nationally, it's not getting its flowers like it should. I mean, he's going to go down at the University of Nebraska, that basketball team, dang near close to being up in those rafters by his story and how it got to where it was. And that's not taken away from any other player in that team. I know it's a team thing, but I think if you remove that cog and insert somebody else, it doesn't look or feel the same.
You know what it'll take to get flowers nationally? A run in Chicago and then a run in the NCAA tournament. If he's playing well, with him, it almost doesn't feel like an if he plays well because he's so consistent.
He's going
to, if Nebraska makes a run, Sam Hoiberg will get his flowers because everyone will realize that's not just a feel good coach's kid story. That's not just a coach's kid who silver spoon nepotism's on the floor. He's on the floor because he's a freaking junkyard dog.
Yeah, he's a kid.
He's the type, he plays the game in the way that I think a lot of people around the country will watch and go, oh, I like that kid, if they haven't seen him yet.
He's the type of player, because there are players out there that have bad nights with no impact. Sam has not been perfect. None of them have. None of us are. But you can guarantee if he's having a bad night, there will be 2 to 3 plays that will go, he just impacted the entire dang game. right?
On and off. Well, because it's
on an off night.
He does the things that you as a basketball player should do if you're having an off night.
Shoot, I mean, go back to USC. He had 2 fouls in the first half, had to go sit. Next thing you know, he's back in there in the lineup, and he makes – we were down 5. He comes back in. Next thing you know, got 2 layups at the hoop because he gets his stinking 2 feet in the paint all the time.
Mm-hmm. Again, he just does the things that he's – hey, if you're having an off night, you're not going to force up shots. You're going to find your teammates. You're going to run the offensive sets knowing, hey, at the end of this, unless I get a great look at the rim, this play is not designed for me. I'm going to find somebody who is not having a bad night. On the defensive end, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to make plays for my team. I'm going to go out there and play that high effort, high intensity defense, generate some extra possessions. Hey, I'm going to go work the glass. As FloodX10 here says in the stream, he plays the way you teach basketball. When you're having an off night, you lock into the things that don't take skill, that just take effort.
Yep, I agree.
High intensity defense. And I'm not to say that doesn't take skill, but at that level, it's the effort more than the technique that makes you a good defender. Rebounding, it's the effort more than the technique that makes you a good rebounder. He's averaging 5 rebounds a game, and he's 5'11". It's because he does those little things right.
You know what?
That's why he's not prone to having a bad night. Hey, he can have a bad night shooting the basketball. He doesn't have a bad night.
No. Do you think I was thinking about this as we're going through all the senior festivities that they'll have? I often was thinking about this the last week about senior night coming up for I know there's a few of them, Sam being the highlight, I believe. If you ask them if you wanted to have senior night, this team might go, no. Can we just go play Iowa and forego it all? Because this team is so selfless. They want to go out and go. And again, because there's going to have to be a period of time to flush the senior stuff and get refocused on basketball, right? And get focused on basketball. Because this team's mission is it's not about what the festivities will give you. It's about the next step, the next 1-0 game. Like I could see him go, you know what? Can we go about our normal life and play?
But as T told us yesterday, there is that element of senior day. Can your underclassmen, can they go and play for the seniors? This is an important senior class for Nebraska this year. Rink Mast, Sam Hoiberg, Jamarcus Lawrence, and then you have Jared Garcia and Kendall Blue. Those are the guys who are getting honored. Can you go play for a guy in Jamarcus Lawrence that has done everything, almost reinvented himself whenever he came back to Nebraska this year to fit seamlessly within this team? Rink Mast, a guy that you saw his impact not being on the floor last year. He's been just special. And then Sam Hoiberg, Junkyard Dog, the guy that everyone wants to play with.
Yep.
The guy that no one wants to play against.
I mean,
can you get guys like Frager, guys like Sanford, guys?
Well, you're going to get it from Kale.
Guys like Kale. Can they go out and can they take it up a notch and say, we're not going to let our seniors go out with a loss? I
would even throw guys that made the decision to come to Nebraska. It's been documented. Kendall Blue, very frustrated, blah, blah, but he said he wouldn't change it for anything to be where he's at. That statement a lot tells you about Nebraska and the culture that's around that basketball team. It's going to be amazing on Sunday. Just want it to end with a dub for all of them.
You need it to end with a dub.
End with a dub, not the sour taste going into the tournament, any kind of tournament. Joe and I did put out some stuff as you're looking at impactful, the impact. And if you look at it like from the Nebraska, now again, Joe Lenardi, I know CBS, Bracket Matrix, everything out there. I love that he puts out this daily sheet. After last night, it's pretty much the top 16 are unchanged. Purdue wins. Guess where Purdue is? Still on the 3 line, right ahead of us.
I was going to say, with Bracket Matrix, Nebraska loses. You know where they moved? They didn't even move on the 3 line. They're still, according to Bracket Matrix, the second best team the second best 3 seed team.
Yes. And right now, and it's a little, I think they have them flipped here. Lenardi has Purdue the second best and Nebraska the third best. So no movement. That's a loss from Nebraska. That's a win by Purdue. Houston's win, by the way, last night, 0 impact. His thing was no change for the Cougars with a win. They are the last 2 seed with a loss. If they lose, they go back to a 2 seed. If they win, they stay exactly where they are. This will tell you a lot about the uphill challenge for Nebraska to get to the 2 line. I think you're in the mode right now, minus a couple of teams that if an Illinois slips up, because right now he's got them as the last 2 seed. Okay. He's got Iowa State as the first 3 seed. So there's movement at that. I think minus winning the Big Ten tournament, you're probably with a win against Iowa, you're a lock. I think you're locked in at 3. Now you're talking about where we're going to go play at. That's a whole different conversation. And Iowa State did you a favor by getting beat on some of that. He's got right now last 4 buys, updated last 4 buys right now. Missouri, A&M, Texas, Ohio State. They're getting closer of locking in.
By the way, here, this is just a quick note I want to get from the stream because Thew asked the question. I didn't mention Kale, Connor, and Oogie. They're all getting another year. Yes. Oogie redshirting this year.
Yes.
So the question is, does he come back? But he will be a redshirt this year, so he gets another year. Kale is a senior according to class standing, but he redshirted his first year on campus, so he has another year of eligibility if he so chooses to take it. And then a season with the injury as well.
Yep. All expected back. I think if you're looking at that, I think Oogie is probably the question mark.
Yeah.
Just from what talking to people that, and it's not, it's not injury. It's will he move on to play international ball somewhere?
Yeah. Especially with that back injury, how much basketball does he have left? We don't quite know.
Yep.
But I listed all the guys that are out of eligibility. Kale, Connor, and Oogie all have one more year of eligibility if they so choose to take it.
There's a lot coming back, and the additions with people coming in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm glad you did. That's a great look and corrected. Last 4 in right now. They've got an SMU team, a Santa Clara, and 2 teams that we've played. You got a New Mexico and an Indiana sitting right there, looking to continue to play their way in.
Where's Ohio State at?
They're at last 4 buys.
Okay.
They've dropped a couple wins as of late, as they look to continue to stay on that line for those guys. And those are wins that help Nebraska as they keep winning. And again, a lot of these guys as well from the Big Ten. I know we're looking at our top 4. There's seeding implications left in the Big Ten about how many games can you get to a different seed line in those games. Right now, he's predicting 10 SEC, now up to 10 Big Ten teams as well, with Indiana and Ohio State moving into the fold now. 8 ACC teams, 8 Big 12, 3 Big East, and so on from there. Who cares about the rest of them? It's a lot of fun stuff. And it's ever changing on the bracket. It's ever changing. Tonight it could change. Coming into these games, Miami of Ohio, they get to go again Friday. They play Ohio coming up. It's always a big conversation. Big game for Big East wise. Seton Hall right now. Seton Hall they're at home Friday night against St. John's. And right now, they have Seton Hall as next 4 out, but what does that do to them if they're able to upset a top 20 team in Seton Hall coming up? Big games for the Big Ten. If you really want from a seeding set, obviously Nebraska on Sunday coming up. Games to watch, I think, from a national seeding, first of all, Arizona State at Iowa State. That game is a game where it's like if Iowa State were to lose, Nebraska has an upper hand regionally all of a sudden, right? On that one. Oh, there was some more. There was another Big Ten. Sorry. My computer just froze. Love this. But again, a lot of implications. Nebraska on Sunday. Just get a win. Get the top 4.
As I've said before, it's nice to be at this point in the season and not be stressed.
Yeah, there's nothing about it.
There's no stress for me in this. I think even if you lose to Iowa, you're still probably sitting on that 3 seed line.
Yeah, but I think we've talked about this. That's just that really. It's the whole playing well going into tournament play, to postseason play. Right? You're going to have a way better, if you go out and beat, I don't care how you beat them, just beat them. A W in itself it's a better taste than you lose again.
Yep.
Simple. And I would say that even if you are locked in the top 4, you need the confidence. We just came off a blowout win, a hard fought win, but we just come off a win going into a tournament. You can look back and go, we just won. Not, we just lost 2 straight. Right? Different mindset. Also, less games. Let's go play less games.
Yeah, a win against Iowa means more to me with the seeding for the Big Ten than it does for like NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. Well, I just looked at this on Saturday at 4:30. If you want to, how does it happen? How does it happen that these games end up meaning so much late? We just talked about the bracketology of it. What if your last game of the season, regular season, was Indiana, Ohio State? Indiana, Ohio State. What?
Yeah. You want to play in the NCAA tournament or not? Prove it, Chance.
What? That's incredible. So, all right, let's take another break. Let's come back and we'll wrap up hour number 1. So funny.
Still,
holy text that I wear Unreal sweats and black t-shirt. Okay. I can run those over later. Who are you going home with? Did I come back? Unavailable. Unavailable.
We got plenty more to get into here this show. We got Husker baseball still to talk.
I know. We want to do that when come back.
We could talk Nebraska women's basketball blowing it.
That was one. It's like, come on. Is that an 18-point lead in the second half?
20. Unreal.
That's probably a tournament dashing loss.
Yes.
Because they were already sitting on the proverbial bubble, right?
Yeah, they were.
Let's just talk. Let's go there. We'll go there, then we'll come back and we'll do a little midweek baseball.
We're coming back.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. A few moments left. Thanks for hanging out with us on a beautiful Thursday outside. Boy, as we talk about, the horse being in the stable for Nebraska men's basketball. Unfortunately, boy, Nebraska women's, they were desperately they were probably close. Like they came in the Big Ten tournament on the bubble, probably like a win or 2 away from punching that ticket. Probably 20-point lead, and then losing 72, which is probably they got outscored 44-24 in the second half, which probably is one of those they're going to look at and go, bubble burst for that team. Britt Prince had 20 last night.
Before this game yesterday, Nebraska, according to ESPN's bracketology, Charlie Cream, last team in.
Ugh. Who needs to lose so we can get in? Who needs to lose? Who are we rooting against?
On the last four, or the first four out, would be Utah, South Dakota State, Arizona State, and Mississippi
We need
State.
them all to lose. Dang.
It'll be tight. That'll be a true sweat on Selection Sunday.
Yeah, it's Nebraska's the 12-13 game. They're going to finish up 18-12, 7-11. Indiana finishes 18-13, 6-12 in the conference. They advance.
Just can't lose that game. Not with that lead.
No.
And it just
You're going to look back and just kick yourself and go, man.
Momentum's a hell of a drug. Speaking of that Rejoin song we just heard there,
Yep.
Hooksy, you know who that song is
Oh,
by?
you do this so you can be right.
Billy Idol.
Oh, okay.
Billy Idol just released or just revealed in an interview a couple days ago.
Oh gosh.
This is a phone. Speaking of a hell of a drug, he used crack cocaine in order to kick his heroin addiction.
I mean, seems legit.
Yeah, I think that's just replacing one addiction with another.
Yeah,
but
sure, one's better than the other. I
it
don't know.
made me laugh whenever I saw that. But yeah, he said it's unconventional, but it worked. Anyway, momentum is a hell of a drug,
Yeah.
especially in basketball. And Indiana, in that end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, had all the momentum on their side. The air left the building for Nebraska.
Yeah, you couldn't stop the train.
Nothing was going right.
You couldn't stop it at that point, and that's unfortunate because over the years they've had some great wins. Some, like most basketball teams, great wins, bad losses, and this is the one. I think it's optically when you look at the teams you're playing in tournaments, they start comparing you to that team because you are so closely compared to Indiana. I don't know where Indiana falls in this, if they're even in the conversation, but they're going to go, look, that's a same type team. Some of these aren't like the others. That's unfortunate because at 20-point lead, man, you got to dominate and just finish that.
You got to find a way.
Find a way. And that was in the last, they were in the third quarter.
Yeah. You're up by 20 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. You went to the fourth quarter with a 16-point lead. Is that right?
They play 8-minute quarters. What do they play? 10?
10.
10s? Come on, man. That one's going to hurt.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, it's probably going to play their way out.
We'll see. I think something that I have learned is that losing in conference tournaments affects seeding less than winning. If you go and win a conference tournament, it can help you. If you go lose in a conference tournament, it doesn't tend to hurt you as bad.
Yeah, it's the additional stuff.
Yeah. We'll see. It'll be a sweat on Selection Sunday, though.
It's like 11. That's a long time to wait, too. How do you keep yourself busy? Don't go do crack.
Don't pull the Billy Idol.
Oh, coming up, more Husker stuff. We'll go camping with Nebraska football. We'll talk a little bit of baseball. Another win last night. So that and a whole lot more when we return.
Cure for spring fever is at the 24th Annual Husker Lawn and Leisure Show, March 13th through 15th at the Sandoz Global Event Center. See incredible landscape displays and discover the latest products, trends, and services in home and garden innovation. Admission is only $8. The Husker Lawn and Leisure Show is the Midwest's premier home, garden, outdoor living, and leisure lifestyle show, March 13th through 15th at the Sandoz Global Event Center, 84th and Havelock. Hours and info at HuskerLawnShow.com. Sponsored by South O Roofing.
Every team needs an MVP. For 39 years, Carpetland has been the MVP of flooring. Upgrade your home with the area's biggest selection of flooring, with options for professional installation or in-stock products ready for your DIY project. And here's the game changer. We'll meet or beat any comparable offer. Style, durability, championship confidence. Carpetland. We're more than just carpet.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Extraordinary teachers don't just shape lessons, they shape lives. Join KFOR as we recognize the 2026 LPS Thank You Teacher Award winners. Adams Elementary Kindergarten teacher Danielle Cathy, Robinson Elementary 5th grade teacher Sydney Mickles, Irving Middle School science teacher Brett Young, Northwest High School industrial technology teacher Jamie Policki, and Denise Cotton in the retired teacher category. Also, special thanks to our sponsor, Liberty First Credit Union. Please thank a teacher who's made a difference in your life.
Hi, David Brooks here, president and founder of Retire Smart, inviting you to join me and Chip Maxwell every Saturday morning at 7 or Sunday mornings at 6 for the Retire Smart radio show. We'll provide you answers to your most pressing retirement questions and help you navigate ever uncertain financial times. Don't just retire, retire smart. That's Saturday mornings at 7 or Sunday mornings at 6.
Investment advisory services offered through Smart Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Some bread just exists. From its origin in a land far away to its destination as a bland sandwich. Country Hearth, it's made right here in the Midwest and is ready to get busy in your kitchen. Grilled or toasted and stacked sky high with all the meats and veggies. This is bread with a purpose, making every sandwich better than the last. From classic comfort to creative cravings, Country Hearth is always the right base. Don't just build a sandwich, build a legend with Country Hearth.
The Legacy Retirement Communities invite you to enjoy the independence, comfort, and peace of mind they offer in their own special way at all of their locations. Connect with others, enjoy fabulous food, educational programs, fitness centers, and more. The Legacy Communities are filled with movers and doers who embrace every stage of life, giving you the opportunity to live each day enriched and grateful. For a tour, call 402-436-3000 or visit legacyretirement.com.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? Call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind. 4 steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3. Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. As Israel assaults Tehran overnight and the Iranians retaliate, several regions along Iran's border are on high alert today for potential incursions. ABC's James Longman is there with more.
I'm up on the Iraqi-Iranian border up in the mountains. It is beautiful up here, but it's a very, very tense situation because we've been talking to people who've been going back and forth, and they tell us that just last night, Tehran sent military reinforcements to the border region. They are concerned there could be a border incursion into their country, and they're taking it seriously.
One possibility to take on Iran on the ground, the Kurdish militias that have been operating along Iraq's border. David Hale is a former U.S. ambassador to Lebanon.
Kurds are probably the most organized of the opposition elements involved in this situation in Iran. That actually wants to bring about a democratic change. Why not?
Thousands of Americans, meantime, still trapped in the Middle East. Some, like Sarah Mativ, have tried to reach the State Department, but...
We called the number, and they said, sorry, there's nothing we can do.
One chartered flight did leave the region today. The State Department says it's working on others. Citing the war and the possibility of retaliatory terror attacks in the U.S., Republicans are trying to get a Homeland Security funding bill passed again. Another massive blackout across large parts of western Cuba, blamed on the fragile electrical grid and a lack of fuel, could take days for it to be restored. Britney Spears under arrest in Ventura County, California. TMZ says it was a DUI.
Her vehicle was towed to a tow yard, and she's due in court on May 4th. Spears has been in trouble with police before. In 2007, she was charged and went to jail for alleged hit and run with a parked car in L.A. Later, charges were dropped and she was acquitted of one remaining count.
That's ABC's Alex Stone in Los Angeles. You're listening to ABC News.
We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and we made it through dry January. But one healthy new habit we're sticking with is Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Yup, more energy and the peace of mind knowing we can enjoy the good things in life while giving our liver the love it needs.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans. And now Active Liver is available at your local GM.
Budget debate starting with Nebraska lawmakers. Good morning. I'm Jeff Mose. Have a mostly cloudy sky. We're at 49 degrees at KFOR. State lawmakers today have been debating a budget bill that would lower the state's annual contribution to the judges' retirement fund from 5% to 4% of the total compensation starting July 1st. Lincoln Senator Jane Raybould.
And I applaud the stance of some of my colleagues that we might have to bend a little to be able to move forward our state for future economic growth, for future economic stability.
LB 1101 would reduce the standard contribution rate for judges from 10% to 9%. An emergency clause has also been attached to the bill. That means once it's signed by Governor Pillen, if it's approved, it would take effect immediately. Mayor Larry and Gaylor Baird and LTU Director Liz Elliott at this hour. They're providing a preview on the upcoming street construction improvement projects in Lincoln. We'll have more in later newscasts here on KFOR and online at KFORnow.com. The Co-Responder Program celebrated its one-year anniversary Tuesday in helping Lincoln Police with mental health professionals go on calls with officers during mental health crises. Co-responders receive calls for service through requests by police officers and telecommunicators, as well as by monitoring radio channels. The city says co-responders work to de-escalate the situation and provide compassionate support. Lincoln Police Captain Ben Kopsa.
We've seen that with officers, we keep people in the community at about 56% on these crisis calls. And Amber's numbers show that with a co-responder, they're seeing it at about 68%. So there's more people that are being able to be helped where they're at.
Co-responders also connect individuals to the behavioral health services that they need or help reestablish those connections. The collaboration between LPD and Centerpoint allows officers to return to service more quickly. Becoming mostly sunny today and a high of 66. I'm Jeff Moats, KFOR News.
Live, local, in our community. The KFOR Sportscasters Club has long been a supporter of young athletes and academics. Follow your favorite team on air and online at KFORnow.com. Powered by Convenience Store. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup, hour number 2. I've been communicating with my wife a lot here the last 12 hours.
Probably the smart thing to do.
Well, yeah. But it's, as a dad and a parent, and as a husband, it'll never stop because the genuine concern and care. So, daughter got back yesterday. They went to Omaha last night. They're headed out together with another friend. Headed down to see her parents. But I do this. I get all the questions about how the morning go. How the boys do. You doing okay? Like, yeah, they did great. My response every time, no matter what, it could have been one hell of a morning. Boys and I are doing fantastic. This is easy. What's your day like? Don't worry, I got it. I'm handling it. I remember being a first-time dad. The first time I went to Target, and I had my daughter with me. I think she was less than 1, but sitting in the cart, the number of looks I got from people like, "Oh, poor you. Are you going to be okay with your daughter in Target? I could do this. I'm okay as a dad. I can handle this."
That is a stigma that I want to get out the door of dad is the parent.
Yeah. It's like, how are you going to let the dogs out today? It'll get done. Don't worry. I got this. She was like, should I text your mom? What? Okay.
Listen, and I'm a firm believer that you have 2 parents for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in order to have happy, healthy kids, obviously, I think the single parents out there are doing the Lord's work, incredible work.
They are.
But I think there are supposed to be 2 parents in a kid's life for a reason, because you get slightly different parenting from mom than you do from dad. And you need to have that balance of both in order to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
I do believe. And again, this is not a slight against single parents, because they do incredible work.
And you just
I cannot imagine the hard life of a single parent.
No way.
That so many people go through, but there is an important balance, in my opinion, having both mom and dad and so I there's a stigma against dads being parents.
There is.
There's
just when one half of you are gone, there's a little switch you flip. There's a little switch you flip that you can just do it all and do it effectively. For instance, this morning, my 15-year-old, he's the epitome. If you looked up 15-year-old teenager in the dictionary, is exactly what you're getting, with not the cleanest of rooms, not terribly dirty, but clothes just laying out because he lives off his floor. Loves to sleep. Thinks he's smarter than everyone else. Like, again, I'm probably defining every teenager out there. So and at our house, I get up. I'm up at 5:30 every morning, and my 11-year-old gets up. He goes, and that's my guy in the morning. My wife is in charge of Ty, because I am a let's get up, get going guy, where they have a different relationship where it's like she goes in like 4 different times. Hey, time to get up. Let's go. 6:15. Can you come back at 6:30? Yes. That's there. She go, can you handle that? I got this. This morning, she's not listening because she's in the air. It was the best morning of the year. Hey, dude, you got to get up and take a shower. All right, I'm getting up. It was like that. We can handle it, everybody. Dads can handle it.
It reminds me of my dad's wake-up calls back when I was in middle. Once it was in high school, it was all on me. If I was late to school, it was my fault I was late to school.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't coming to wake me up once high school rolled around. But I remember middle school years. It was we were trusted our alarm would go off. If we weren't up 5 minutes after an alarm would go off, my dad would stomp the foot, and the understanding was if we're still in bed 10 minutes after the alarm goes off, we're getting water poured on us.
Done.
Yeah, you're getting up.
You know what else I get?
To be fair, we never had water poured on us. It was just threatened. But we knew our dad was serious about that.
I say this in tongue in cheek too, being kind of funny, but not because I think as human beings, we don't mean to, but we judge. We do judge. That's just the nature of who we are. I am currently not being judged for my one more cocktail every night by the eyes of my wife. I looked over last night. I'm like, God, watching the game. I'm going to have 1 or 2. I looked at him like, we can do this without somebody going, another one?
I feel like there's got to be a little bit of it's college basketball season.
Yeah. Can I get a pass?
March only rolls around once a year.
I mean, by the way, I was up at 5:15 again this morning, making breakfast and stuff. Okay. More Husker talk. We got a lot more coming up.
I gotta say, being a 20-somethings, living with 20-somethings roommates,
you're doing the same thing I'm doing.
I got home last night from work after high school basketball, and I have one roommate who he just got a job in Omaha.
Okay.
So he's been staying with his girlfriend up in Omaha. So we assume he's moving up there at some point in time. We haven't had that full conversation yet because we're 20-somethings roommates.
He's not ready to, like, we're not going to, we know it, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, like, we get it.
Everything's great. Everything is awesome.
My other roommate is currently working in Columbus Tuesday through Friday.
Yes, okay.
So he's out in Columbus. Third roommate, it's just him alone last night until I get home at like 8 last night. I get home from work and there's just 3 empty beers sitting in the living room. And
Absolutely.
He's got number 4 in his hand, and he goes, first thing he says whenever I walk in, he goes, "This house is bored when it's boring whenever it's lonely."
See, you got to find something to do.
Yeah, I get home, I make Mike dinner. He goes, "I think I'm going to bed early tonight." I go, "Yeah, it's 8:30 and you've had 4 beers already. Yeah, you better go to bed."
Yeah.
Early.
My kids last night, like one kid went.
So anyway, that's just the lack of. And I get home and I go, "Yeah,
just
honestly,
don't know.
Yeah, good for you."
Well, yeah, I mean, people
go
like
have
to
a couple
be,
beers.
People are like innately like to be around people.
Yeah.
And if not, you figure out how to like make up for it. And your roommate last night was like, "Well, there's a 6-pack. Wonder how me and the 6-pack can get along tonight." Because I don't know when my roommate was coming home. I don't know.
He just loudly plays
It's like
country music at home,
yeah,
drinking beer.
that's like
man.
that's like a parent that's been around their kids for a long time that are just thriving for adult conversations. That's what it was last night. He's like, it's either me talking to my roommates in adult conversation or the beers. Sorry, beers.
He's listening to Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, he was just playing music too?
Yeah, listening to Brooks and Dunn with beers in hand.
He might have been damn mad that you came home.
It's a chance. That's why I told you I missed college basketball last night because I went on a walk. Because I got home, I eat dinner, and he's having a good old time. Like, I just better go on a walk and let him enjoy.
Oh, my goodness, these are just the greatest. Wow. I guess
I don't even want to talk sports right now.
No, this is great. I'm trying to figure out the rest of my day now. Could I cancel it and just go home and chill for a while?
Throw on some Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like the next couple of days you can open the doors and the windows and just like blare the neighborhood.
It's driveway beers type of weather. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Where you just go pull up a lawn chair. Maybe you move that fire pit around to the front.
My wife
sit there with a beer, invite the neighbors over.
They do. My wife and I, we live in a really nice little area where there's like older neighbors, but they all get out. And what we occasionally do, like Friday to Saturday nights when there's nothing going on, we'll pull out a couple chairs in the driveway and literally watch our boys, if they have friends over, just play pickup basketball with the music going and just sit there. Way by the people they're walking their dogs. Hey,
this is the weekend. I got a one of those golf ball nets.
Oh yeah, get out and swing, bro.
I might go set up that golf ball net for the first time. Get some swings in. Set up the lawn chairs, beers, music.
Yeah,
front yard. See if any neighbors want to come hang out.
Check for holes in the net just in case.
That's my neighbor's problem.
Check for holes in the net. But speaking of that, we're gonna get to some Husker baseball coming up and a lot more. I apologize because I never forget to ask. And you mentioned it, so I know you want to talk about it. Your bowling night was pretty magnificent the other night. This is a sports topic, everybody.
I've been on a heater.
Okay.
I've been on an absolute heater at the bowl. Like, I can't miss Tuesday nights right now because the team needs me because I've just been so far above my average. We've been smoking everybody. And I don't want to say it's me, but it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's me.
It's okay.
I averaged a 191 on Tuesday night. And for reference here, my average is just above a 150. So for me to go out there and go 40 pins above average,
that's it.
Per game.
That's called a zone.
Yeah, I am locked in right now.
You're in a slot.
We're 7.5 points clear in first place in our bowling league, which
is
because
of you.
It's a good number of points.
You are Sam Hoiberg.
The guy I was matched up against.
Or Price. Which one are you? Or a combination right now?
I'm currently Casey in the Big Ten tournament against Indiana. Yeah. That's how it feels like every single time I go sit down after I bowl another strike. It's just I'm putting the hands on the head. Oh my goodness, how is this happening?
Sorry, guys.
I felt bad. I was bowling against Larry on Tuesday night. I felt bad for poor Larry because Larry had the second best night of anybody in the league on Tuesday night. Unfortunately, he ran up against me, the guy who had the best night of anyone in the league.
That's called the buzzsaw, Larry.
Sorry, Larry. Like I felt like I was looking up at his game. I'm like, man, the dude had a good game. His second game, he didn't leave a single open frame. It was all strikes and spares.
Loser.
I still beat him. I reeled off like 4 straight strikes to like frames 7, 8, 9, and 10 were all a strike. And then I went I went 9 spare on to close the 10th frame, but like
loser.
I was on one. I felt bad for the poor guy, but yeah, no, that was a huge performance for us. We went from second in the league, we were a half point back to 7.5 points clear.
Stay locked in.
I got to clear my Tuesday nights just because I can't miss right now.
I know it because I know you guys rotate through, right? You rotate through. They have to rotate now. You're the cog at this point until the heater's over. You're locked in on Tuesday.
And I think we've talked. I had a really, really rough 2024-2025 season. I still have some wrist issues going on, but I've just been ibuprofen it up and battling through, and I've been bowling the best I've ever bowled. This is legitimately the best I've ever bowled.
Have you got into a routine now where you're like, all right, since I've been on the heater, I ate this, I had this many ibuprofen. Are you on that rhythm? Because that's what I
just the timing of when I take the ibuprofen has been the only routine I'm in right now.
All right.
Bowling league starts at 9. I'm taking those 3 ibuprofen at 8:15, and we're rolling because it was bad in 2024, 2025 that season. So I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth here. I'm not gonna take this little stretch for granted.
No.
I'm gonna keep it rolling as long as I can.
Speaking of somebody that's been on a heater, Nebraska baseball, they're not in the heater, but they get it done 5-4 yesterday. Get a really good performance on the mound, but I don't think you can look past the start that Dylan Carey's on right now. See what he did yesterday?
Oh, 5 for 5?
5 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, including the game-winning double in the bottom of 8.
I also want to give a shout-out. I'm not sure if anyone was watching on Big Ten Plus. How about Bobby Hessling in the booth?
Yeah.
He's a friend of KFOR Radio. You heard him for a couple summers here producing Salt Dogs Baseball. I know we've had him on once before on the Average Joe Sports Show because he was at the national championship game this year. His family are big Indiana fans. But, yeah, oh boy, Bobby in the booth last night did a great job. He also, you hear him with Jeff Moats, Lincoln Prep Sports.
Yep.
So he's a bit of a mainstay around here with local high school sports coverage. Got to hear him doing some baseball last night, and he rocked it. I was really enjoying hearing him call the game.
Awesome. Take the time to listen to those guys. As
support your local broadcasters.
Support them. But Dylan Carey, you get through it 5 for 5, 2 doubles. By the way, he now is second all time in the doubles record. By the way,
yeah. Whenever he came up late, you went, this is the perfect guy to have at the plate right now. Did you notice on that game-winning run for Nebraska? This was just a quick note. Did you notice the left fielder try to deke?
Yeah.
Act like he's going to catch that thing. That thing is going to the line. Who was it on second base? It was Moyer.
Yes.
I think it was Moyer. Yep. He read that thing so well off the bat. A lot of folks on that specific type of fly ball to left field are going to be sitting halfway between second and third, and they're going to make it a close play. But that play was not close. He got a perfect jump on that thing. He read it perfect. He was flying around third. He knew he was scoring. There's too often that we've bemoaned Nebraska's base running. That was a great heads-up base running play to know this thing's dropping. I'm scoring on this play. So that was fantastic. But the question I do want to ask, are we still concerned about Nebraska's bullpen?
A little bit. I was going to get to there.
I thought Price Bender looked good coming out.
Price Bender was good. By the way, Dylan Carey 2 back right now of the all-time doubles record, chasing who?
Will Bolt,
his coach. 2 Bolt. Will Bolt. 2 Bolt.
Will Bolt. You'll pass him.
You will. Go to Bender real quick. It really good. I think these games are meant for kids like this to build depth, right? Because Bender's not yesterday. What a 4-inning. 63 pitch at 40 strikes in the game last night. Yesterday afternoon, gave no runs. He has a 1.47 thus far, so that's something to watch from a depth perspective. But I know we're only 12 games in, but I think there's enough on paper right now to go, where's the bullpen at? Certain parts. Tucker Timmerman, 2 innings yesterday, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A walk, did have 3 strikeouts through a wild pitch. Not great.
He struggled to open the year a little bit.
Yes. And also, was it who followed him? Colin. Can't remember.
Novacek?
Yes. Followed it with 1 1/3. Could not get out. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned as well. Those guys, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, and 2 relievers. And they did get it shut down in 1 2/3 to finish the game 5-4. Bullpen's a concern. Bullpen is a concern. It is not. I don't think they found.
I think you have
the consistency yet. You've had performances here and there.
I think you have one arm that is trusted and one that's getting there. I think Bender is trusted. I think Jason Unger is getting there. Elsewhere, I think you're searching still. Like, because last year you had a couple guys that, for the most part, you trusted. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
you trusted Christo, you trusted Broderick.
Yep.
Arms you could go to. Nebraska needs, what do we put at? I'd put it at 4. You need 4 trusted arms out of the bullpen.
Yeah. I mean, these stats aren't as up there, but again, you've got guys in there like a Novik. Can never say his name correctly. Novacek. You look at, again, just look at its stats, ERA over 23 right now. Grace Cooper. I mean, there's this guy, Tucker Timmons, 7.1. And a lot of theirs, if you look at it, you look at their walks, they've got a ton of walks in there, a lot of hits. Like right now, the Tucker Timmerman in 6 1/3 innings, they're hitting 333 against him right now. Pretty hittable. Braxton Stewart has made a couple appearances. They're hitting over 400 again. I mean, there's some stats out there that are concerning with this. And if you piggyback that with, we have it. I mean, Nebraska's offense has been clutch so far in these games. They have not exploded yet. So I think that's concern is if you've got an offense that hasn't got quite going yet and a bullpen that can't hold leads, that's a recipe you go, coming up. But I go back a little bit here. Boy, the Dylan Carey start through 12 games, hitting 509 now. With now 12 extra base hits, slugging 855, on base is 526.
Also a casual 1,300 OPS.
Yeah, and he's made 1 error in the season, and he gets a lot of chances. That is the one thing you look at Nebraska right now from the defensive side. They've only made 9 errors. They're fielding 980 right now. That's a good stat. But I think you got to figure the bullpen out, and there's a couple of guys that are just slow starts right now from the offensive side. And if you feel like they're going to get them, they'll get it going. Devin Nunez, we know, really slow start right now. He's hitting 143 through his mini games right now and not reaching base. He's at 200 on base percentage right now. Max Butenbach, 185 out of the gate. Those are guys you're looking for maybe for some production. Jeter Worley, slow start at the plate. He's a freshman, but he's receiving the ball so well.
Yeah, he is.
He's receiving the ball so well and controlling this pitching staff. Jet Buck has slid just a little bit after the first few weekends, hitting below 300. I mean, it's got to be where they shake each other's hands, right? But the bullpen is probably let go. Where do we go?
There's enough bats that I trust that I'm not too concerned with the offense. They're putting up runs when they need to for the most part. It's the arms right now that make me maybe less. It's not about necessarily like going and completely struggling in Big Ten play. I think this team is good enough to go out there and be a team that's top 4 in the Big Ten. But we all know being top 4 in the Big Ten is not what this baseball program is about right now.
Nope.
Like, if this team wants to be a team that can actually compete for a regional, which you haven't seen them compete for a regional since Fayetteville, like they've just gone to regionals and struggled. It comes down to the arms.
I think one of the concerns, if you look at the sum of all the parts, if the bullpen figures it out, yes. But if they don't, you start thinking about the stress of starting pitching and quality starts, right? Like the pressure mounts for your starters to get to 5 and 6. Because that's then you limit the number of arms out of the bullpen. Now, midweek, I think is different. Midweek, I think your starters are you're all jockeying for position. Like I said, Pender, check the box. Kotsky, Katsky, check the box. Right.
Ty Horn's been great to start the season.
Ty Horn's been a dead set Friday night guy.
Yasa, for the most part, has looked good. Didn't look good this weekend.
Yeah, Yasa is just one that's interesting to me, like loving and being a nerd of the pitching game, is him learning how to pitch, in the quotes, right? Learning how to pitch. Like the art of it, not more of I'm going to sling it, because everybody can hit a fastball at some level, right?
Even if it's 97,
yes.
You're seeing a fastball every single time eventually.
And not having the ability to locate or – we always talk about the breaking ball or a changeup. Like there's different types of those pitches. Pitching backwards, can you get the curveball, like the get him over curveball? Like, hey, here it is. I know you're not swinging. And then there's the lockdown, strike him out breaking ball, right? Like You have to have the ability as a pitcher at that level or any level, high school level. We taught our kids the last few years. You have to have the ability to throw backwards or have a get him over curveball or a get him over changeup, some sorts. And then you can pitch. But guys like Yasa, they can throw hard. Look what happened when he went down and threw hard against an SEC opponent. Yikes. They get a day off. And then it's, guess what? I can't believe it already. It is Big Ten opening weekend here down at Haymarket Park. Interesting game time, just based on, I think, weather
and
temperatures
and
sun. Friday, tomorrow, 2:00 start down at Haymarket Park. Saturday, they'll go at 1:00 and Sunday, noon. I would tell you, if you're going to the baseball game or if you're going to basketball, prepare yourself for a gridlock down at downtown because you've got the baseball at 12 and you've got Nebraska hoops at 4, which, judging on Nebraska fans and it being 70 degrees, what time do people get downtown on Sunday? I told you, did I tell you the story of my kid? We were asking my youngest. Sunday, he's been asking me, hey, we're going to Iowa game. Yeah, we're going, man. He goes, what time? I go, what time do you think we should go down? He said 10 a.m. Like, I'm in.
Are you prepared to babysit dad for that long?
I don't know if it's a good thing that I'm downtown at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Like, that puts Sunday fun day in a new, different perspective.
Go visit our old friend Will Wilson for a couple hours.
No, because I've been in there and had him pour me drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For you and me, he doesn't hold back.
No. Okay. This Sunday fun days are marathons. They're not sprints. If I run into Will, he instantly wants to sprint. It's going to be a beautiful Sunday, though. So, all right, let's take those games, by the way, will be brought by Big Ten Network, BTN Plus. So check those guys out. So let's take a break, and we'll come back. You want to talk quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that when we return. I should bring that up, too. We'll talk about quarterbacks? Hands. All right, let's see. Good morning, Todd. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. I'd be surprised if Oogie comes back. Just in what I've been keeping the ear to the ground, it sounds like it could happen. But I think your point more of like how much basketball do I have left with the back?
Yep.
And my opportunities past this. He'll probably getting into the age deal too, right? I don't know age-wise where he's at.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because there's clocks that start. Let me look. Oh, no, I got to do that. Dang. All day, 8. That's it. Mix. I do believe tonight.
What was that? Actually, we're coming back here, so hold that thought.
Yep. Welcome back in the morning hookup. I apologize. I was thinking about this. We went to break because I don't want to forget. I know we have baseball going on and it's actually playing and they're doing it. Nebraska softball still rolling. Okay, 14-5. They completed a successful trip to Oklahoma. They got down there. They lost. They went 3-1 down in Oklahoma back a week or so ago. They lost it. Oh, heartbreaker! 11 innings. Current at the time number 21, Oklahoma State. They go out. They go 8-1, 9-1 against South Dakota State in Tulsa, and then they get a big one. They bounce back. They get one game got canceled, but they did get Oklahoma State as well, 4-3 in that one. They are, by the way, as we talk about Nebraska baseball making their debuts here home. They are home today, 4:00. They're welcoming in a full set. They got 1, 2. They got a bunch in a row, by the way, 7 or 8 games in a row here. They'll host 4:00 today, South Dakota State today at 4 and 6, a doubleheader today. And then they'll go into the weekend on a Saturday, Sunday, welcome UNO into town. And then they'll open Big Ten play up the following week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, welcome Michigan to town.
And listen, when you look at Big Ten softball, this Husker softball team this year is Women's College World Series, go compete for a national championship good.
Yes.
Just go out there and it's a long season. Will you look like that every single night? Probably not. But you're going to look like that for most of the season. I expect to see some throttlings in Big Ten plays. I expect to see a lot of run rules. This team, as it stands right now, to me, is the class of the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. You have the best player in the Big Ten in Jordy Ball. And
one of the best players in the country.
I don't think she'll be pitching as many innings as she did last year because you have Karmazine, you have Jensen, you have some arms you can turn to that aren't Jordy Ball, which I think is great for the team as a whole. But listen, this team is going to be one of those teams where you flip on, or I guess folks around here will get it, but there's going to be national folks that flip it on come regional time and they go, who is hitting 470? Who has hit 25 bombs? Like the stats are going to be eye-popping this year because Nebraska is so much better than almost every single team in the Big Ten.
I mean, you look right now, you talk about Jordy Fromm. She's currently hitting 421 right now.
And that's only going to go up.
860 slugging, 548 on base.
How many home runs?
She has 7 bombs.
Yeah, she'll be another 2020.
This team, by the way, in 19 games has hit 29 home runs. And I'm glad you brought the point of the ladies inside the circle. As you talk about pitching depth in baseball, I think it's more applicable pitching depth in softball, right? The innings, the getting the midweek wins with right now, like there is number one, right? We know that, but there's some ladies that you just mentioned. Boy, they're really good. I mean, look at like right now, you've gotten obviously Jordy Fromm, you look at her 1.72 ERA, 71 strikeouts in 53 innings. Opponents only hitting 248. But you've had Copeland go to the mound for.
Well, and let it be known, by the way, that those stats for Jordy are against top competition.
Yeah, that's yes, against the top. Like she's the one going. If you got the Oklahoma States or the LA, she's the one going there. Again, 172 in that, but Copeland is not
quickly. Just to go back. Karmazine. With Jordy, what stands out, she's got some good stuff, but what stands out is just her ability. You talked about learning how to pitch. Her ability, she knows how to pitch, and it never feels like a batter is comfortable in the box against her because she can throw any pitch on any count.
Yes, and what I love about it is that the way they utilize her. It's not just she comes in the games too. She can be a shutdown, change up the pace a lot, but. You got 3 really good ones. Obviously, she stands at the top and she gets most of those big time teams. But Hannah's been out there 4 games, 1.25 in 22 innings. Jensen, 6-2 by the way on the year
as a freshman.
78 strikeouts in 44 innings.
Again,
with a 3 ERA
as a freshman.
Cupboards are not.
And how special is that to step in as a freshman, get to learn how to pitch from Jordy?
Oh, magnificent, incredible.
That team, legit.
They'll be fun. So if you get a chance, it's just like we talk about any sport. Don't take it for granted because they probably will mow through the Big Ten. I know they got to play the game. It's a long season. Go to yourself, buy a ticket, go watch them. Right? Go watch them. And it is a special team that is built for a special run. And you don't want to miss it.
Yep.
Competition, quarterbacks, freshmen, all that good stuff is part of this conversation. I don't know where to start with this one because you got Calandria, right? His first time getting to the podium. He is breathing confidence. And you hear the words swag come out of this. And then you got Latif. By the way, boy, guys that you can root for. And I think the conversation is here is I don't want to, like, you bring people in, one, to start and to create competition, right? You have TJ Latif, who is embracing it. I'm going to try to win the starting job. TJ Latif, I think we have to go back and really think through last year with him being thrusted into something he wasn't ready for. Too many times that's happening to freshmen. Dylan doesn't get hurt. We don't see TJ, maybe the 4 games? That's about it.
Yeah.
When I look at this situation, is there yes, there's competition. I think when you look at it, there's competition across the board.
But you brought Calandria in to be the starter.
Yes. And I think that's no knock on TJ Latif.
He needs to go win the job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And you have that competition because TJ, hey, he's played games in the field. You are bullish on what he can be in the future, but you don't bring in Calandria unless you expect him to be the starter. He's got to go win the job. This is not, to me, a Dylan Rilo situation where you come in and preach competition, but everyone knows what it's going to be. You bring in Calandria to be the starter, but you say you got to go win it because we got to get that started games on the roster already.
Yes. You got 3 of them, right? You look down through it. You put Danny Kaler in the mix. You got guys all aboard that have started Division I football games.
It's wild just how different the quarterback room looks this year.
It's amazing. And I want to go, I think going back and looking at it, we have not seen this since, I don't even know. When you look down and go,
when last time the competition was this wide open,
or that
maybe the Adrian and Jebbia year.
I don't even know if it was that good, honestly. To me,
that felt like whenever fall camp opened, the starting competition was there, and then like a week into fall camp, everyone kind of knew what was going to happen.
To me, I look at the room and I go, okay, how deep is the room? I believe looking at this room, because I think that room makes each other better. With a room of competition, you can't take a day off because the 3 of those guys are pushing each other every step of the way. That makes, and again, the iron sharpens iron conversation, right? Because I think over time at Nebraska, there's been clear cut, which stunts the growth of your starting quarterback. But I also believe with this, that whether it be whoever's making Coach Rule, Dana, that can look over them and go, if you don't have it, I got another guy that does.
Well,
because I don't think in times you've gone last year or whatever year, right? Whatever you're like age, whoever. I don't think we've had the ability to look over and go, I believe my backup can come in and make a play for us to win a football game.
Well, and I like to think about the competition in this way, in that, like, well, you can't have a bad day because it could be, you have to bring it every single day to say, but that means every single rep you get in practice, there's some pressure on you in terms of, if I screw this up, that could open the door for the next guy. Whenever there is, think about what a game is in the fall. You're going to have pressure every single drop back in the fall as well. And now you want to have a guy that can handle that pressure, but let's be clear, you're playing in front of 90,000 against good opposition.
Yep.
There's going to be pressure every single drop back. I think it's great that from the time spring practice starts, you have guys that understand and embrace the fact that there is going to be pressure every single drop back.
Yep.
Every single time I'm under center, I have pressure because I'm competing for a job. Once fall rolls around, hey, every single snap's important because you're competing for a win.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same type of thing. And you can't replicate that unless there is real pressure on a quarterback that, hey, looking over the shoulder a little bit, like some guy could be coming for my job. Whenever you have those pressure reps, in the spring and into the fall. It sets you up even better for the time that games on Saturday actually roll around.
Now, looking at it, obviously, if you want to look at that and you talk about that and the pressures, and it's we can all sit here and say Calandria probably has the upper hand based on that, right? He's dropped back that many times more than this individual. He's played in more of those games. I think that's an upper hand piece for him.
To be comfortable in that pressure.
Yeah. And it's, again, not that the schedule makes that right, but like you talked about, that schedule is brutal this year. To have a signal caller that can drop back in situations and they've heard the noise a million times, they played in front of big crowds a million times, gives you that satisfaction or gives you that comfort to do that.
Only guy that's been a winner too.
Yes.
Virginia, he went through his struggles, kind of figured things out. He was a winner at UNLV.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yes.
You have a guy leading your offense that has proven himself to be a guy that goes out and wins games. Now, is the quarterback the only guy that wins games? Absolutely not. Is he one of the key cogs? Absolutely. Well, and that's why I think Nebraska wants this, is you don't want it to be the quarterback determining whether or not the offense has a good day or a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you've gone in and you've invested in the things that aren't so sexy. You've invested in your offensive line. You've invested in a new offensive line coach to make sure, hey, we're going to give our quarterback time. We're going to give him a running game, take some pressure off them while still understanding the quarterback is one of the key cogs in terms of do you go out and win a football game or not?
Yes. And it's you also have to look at that veteranship, not just making the play. How do you command the huddle, right? In those moments where it's adverse time, who's in charge in the huddle? Who's making the intangible plays in the moment when they need to be made, right? And that comes with that veteranship of what Calandria brings. He's a dynamic personality too. But and TJ Lateef told you he never thought about leaving. Loves the competition. This is a competition that will only make him better and develop into a player that he can become.
And there's
and I'm not selling it saying TJ's not the guy. Okay, so don't get it twisted, right? But there is part of that where I think freshman quarterbacks that get thrusted into that stuff like that, and unfortunately with an injury, get their growth stunted.
And as I look at what we saw from TJ last year, and I think you see the same on tape from Calandria, you have the two different types of quarterbacks I think you see out there. There's quarterbacks that offenses play with, and there's quarterbacks that offenses play for.
Mm-hmm.
Think about some of those guys out, like a Baker Mayfield is a guy that guys on offense play for him. He leads from the front. I'd say the same about a guy in even Patrick Mahomes. Like, you know how great your quarterback is. You got to go out there and make plays for him because, I can't let him down.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Lateef against UCLA, you saw that team kind of band together. That was a quarterback that the offense was playing for.
Yes.
They wanted TJ Lateef to go out and succeed. I think you see it with Calandria whenever you see some of the leadership. Guys love playing for him. They're going to go out and make plays for the quarterback because they say, you know what? I like this guy. I want him to be successeful.
He's always around. He's always present. He's banging for that extra yard to get past the sticks. Kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. A lead from the front. Hey, if he's going to put his body in the line, I better put my body in the line, playing for him. That's the difference that I see in the quarterback room with those two at the top, with TJ and Calandria, is I see guys that from the outside looking in, they appear to be guys that teammates want to play for.
Yes.
I'm not sure you always saw that with Dylan last year.
Yeah. And again, that's not knocking him. It's just like, I think there's
you see there's quarterbacks out there that you play with that are also find success.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong here.
But
what does Nebraska need at this point in time?
I think those guys, and I could be totally off, but I think those guys that you play with end up being the ultra super uber talented guys. The ones you play for,
junkyard dogs.
Yes. That is, no matter what, I'm not looking to bust this play, but if I'm going to tuck it and run it, you better guarantee it I'm getting to the sticks kind of guy. Kind of reminds you of Sam Hoiberg a little bit, doesn't it? With hoops. But this, I think it's going to, having the room as veteran as it looks right now is going to benefit Nebraska. It's going to benefit that entire room as you go forward. All right. Should we take our final break?
May as well.
All right. We'll come back and do stories that we missed. Whew. We having fun today. I'm having a blast. Jason said, like your baseball commentary. Thank you. We potential for 5 stars instead of usually only 2 or 3. That's the big X factor. I trust Childress to get it figured out. I know the stats haven't been what they have in the past for eye tests. I know, guys, I'm a delivery driver. When I pull into local docks, often you guys are in the stereo since multiple trucks have you on. Keep it up. Thank you. That's good to hear. Thank you. Thank you. I got a good story.
I gotta find one.
Oh, you know, do you do sometimes like you get information, you're like, I ain't sharing that until we get on the radio? This is a fun one. This one actually, it was ESPN alerted, and then it came. Where'd it go? I'm a really old man guy, and I like text myself and I email myself. I have it. You ever texted yourself?
Yeah, I do it all the time. My best way to remind myself.
I do it.
I'm terrible with calendars.
Oh,
I
think it's that. You know what I think that is? That's a generational thing.
I haven't been good at that since I was a kid, though.
Really?
Like, no.
I used to do that to like Will all the time. Put on your calendar. I forgot. Put on your dude. Come on. I can't.
I don't set reminders on iPhone either. Like I don't set reminders for myself. I take my life on a week-to-week basis.
No, my wife will
and I
call
just
me.
tend to not forget things.
My wife calls me or says, I said, put on the calendar. Because I'm one that looks at it multiple times throughout the day. And everything has at least 30-minute alerts on it. Got to be on a calendar. I always tell people, if it ain't on the calendar, it doesn't exist. I got a call this morning. Hey, you gonna be at the meeting at 2? It's not on my calendar. It's like a meeting that I have to be a part of too. Yeah. I'm like, who put it on my calendar? If it's not there, it doesn't exist.
For some reason, calendars and me just don't get along.
My wife's still at work at the office. She has one of those big desk write-in calendars. She writes on it.
Not me. We're coming back here.
All right. Welcome back to the morning hookup. A few moments left. Jason, thank you for the comments. We appreciate you guys all take the time to listen to us. This is not a job. It feels great to talk sports and connect with everybody. So thank you guys for taking your time out of your day to hang out with us. We do stories that we missed. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Ooh.
The stories we miss. The morning hookup.
But this is crazy out of ESPN. This has the California State University Bakersfield basketball. Okay.
Oh,
like they're in last place in the Big West. That ain't the big deal. August 29th, their head basketball coach opened up an anonymous email from a tipster that they have an assistant coach, Kevin Mays, also alleged that he was working across 4 states as a pimp. Wow.
If that's
the
true,
email came across, by the way, alleged had traffic for several months. It said, fix it or the whole staff will fall. Since then, he has been arrested in a rap sheet of 11 criminal and misdemeanor charges, including such as pimping.
And if there is interstate trafficking going on there,
yep,
you're going away for a long time, buddy.
Wow. Sorry, I saw that. I'm like, when you think you couldn't get more weird.
Okay, you mentioned a trade. There's 2 trades that we have not talked about in this show.
Nope.
2 blockbusters. First off, let's go to yesterday, where Trent McDuffie on the move.
Big one.
Yeah. So Trent McDuffie sent to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for 4 picks. That includes this year's first-round pick from the Rams, number 29 overall, which makes you wonder, Chiefs maybe looking to move up.
Maybe.
That's possible. Is there a guy that they like? And now they have some draft capital. They also got a 5th, a 6th, and a 3rd rounder in 2027, a huge haul for the all-pro corner, Trent McDuffie. Kansas City's had a great history of drafting corners, so that's part of it, I think they trust their own evaluation and development of cornerbacks. But I also wonder, getting another first-round pick, are you looking? Is there a guy you have circled? Maybe you're looking to move up. That's an interesting one. And then just now, about 10 minutes ago, the news drops. DJ Moore has been traded to the Buffalo Bills. We do not have a word on the compensation back to the Chicago Bears, but another weapon for Josh Allen. Bears seemingly have confidence in what they have. Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. They trust their pass catchers. So we'll see what kind of compensation.
That's a big addition for Josh Allen.
It's a huge contract. That's what I think is the main thing here for the Bears. They're getting a big contract off their books, trusting some young wide receivers. But now another weapon for Josh Allen, because let's be clear, ever since he lost Stephon Diggs, his weapons have been a little bit lacking.
Yeah.
So
when is enough? When do you know it's time to stop doing what you're doing? Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett.
Oh,
just received he's
going Georgia Bulldogs
9th speeding ticket since 2017, going 94-70.
I saw someone say he's chasing his own sack record of speeding tickets.
Oh my gosh. 9th? Come on, man. It doesn't matter what time of the day or what, you're going to get caught for speeding. It was 1:30 in the morning, 94-70.
On one hand, I go, after 9, you got to learn. But on the other hand, I go, I'm sure you're rich and have fast cars. And
yeah, but what's your insurance like?
Think he cares?
No. That's wild. I just saw that one. 94 and a 7, 9 times. 9 times.
Again,
9 times.
He's going Georgia Bulldogs on it. I will say, find some sort of track drag strip to go test out your fast cars.
That's wild. Also, that's not mentioned that. Boy, sad news yesterday. Hall of Fame coach Lou Holtz passes away at the age of 89. Also, his history, the 98 national title.
Legend of the game. Finished
overall 249 and 132 and 7 in his career, which began at William and Mary. Stopped in NC State, Arkansas, Minnesota. Probably most of you will only remember his stint at Notre Dame in the 90s. But what a run. Rest in peace, coach.
Just absolute legend. I wasn't a big Notre Dame guy, but it's hard to not respect Lou Holtz for what he did with everything. I mean, just a great coach. What's there not to say?
Yeah,
how do I pick my words here? One of those with I'm trying to, what was his name? Where they did the late night, the helmet stickers on ESPN.
Oh, Mark May.
With Mark May.
Yeah, baby.
The helmet stickers. Lou Holtz, Mark May.
Yep. Trev Albert's also in that show at one point, wasn't he?
Briefly.
Just throwing it out there.
He'll be missed, but that's how I'll remember. That's the wrong.
Yeah,
there we go.
We didn't miss that.
That's how I'll remember him, because his success a little bit before my time. But
yeah,
you knew he was a legend of the game. But those helmet stickers.
It's hard because Notre Dame is a love-hate. You either love them or you hate Notre Dame. That's that type of brand. It's a Thursday. Tomorrow, state basketball updates. We might be sending you to Jeff Moats from here. We might be abbreviated show tomorrow at 10:30 or so. But you guys have a great Thursday. We'll catch you on a Friday, Husker Homer Friday.